All right, so it's 7 o'clock. Let's start our session. It's being recorded, so people who are not able to join in can watch the series. All right, so we are doing the reading session of the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. Now, my name is Manika Singh, and I am CEO of Wings Publications. So, in and out, I am with books, and I myself am a voracious reader. So, part one of this book was done by me, where I've told that how this book actually changed my life because when I read this book, it actually opened my mind, and the way I used to look at my life and look at various other things, it changed completely. And this book is very close to my heart, and I keep reading it whenever I'm in trouble or some confusion is there or some irritation, stress is happening. I just open this book, any page that opens up, I read it, and I assume that it is a message from Louis A, from the author, from the God that is given to me, and my answer comes through the paras or the line that I'm reading this book. So it's a beautiful book. If you have still not bought this book, so I would request you to buy this book and keep reading it. It is written in very simple languages, uh, simple language, easy to understand. Plus, it is a mind-opening concept has been written by the author. So first 9 chapters has been done. So today I'll move forward to the further chapters, but not to worry if you're joining in for the first time. So one chapter is not in a way related to another chapter. It is just general concepts of life. So if you have not read this book or not attended previous sessions, then not to worry, because every session, every chapter of this book gives another insight altogether. So today I would be covering the chapter which states relationships. Now we all have, in a way, some trouble with our relationship. We might believe it or not, maybe some kind of grudge towards our parents, our mother, our father, our sibling, our relative, the teachers that have taught us. So if we think about it, some kind of grudge or the another would pop up on our head. That my mom said this thing at that age, so that's why this is still hovering over my mind, or my father was very strict, he told me, etc., etc. Now, here the author is saying that we are too much attached to these relationships, and when we were growing up, obviously we were attached to these relationships. So whatever has been told to us becomes a part of our life, and till date also, when we are grown up, we are adult, we talk to ourselves in a way that our parents used to talk to us. For example, if we do some mistake if happens, so we start criticizing, we start scolding ourselves just the way our parents used to scold us. So if you don't believe it, next time when you are angry on yourself or you're criticizing on yourself, just remind yourself, is this the way that my parents used to scold me, that I'm scolding myself? Right? So that voice is still there. The voice is still hovering over inside your brain. So whenever something happens, you start criticizing yourself in the same language, in the same tone to yourself, the way your parents used to do. So we have a very close attachment to those relationships, and the relations that we have in our life are mirror to our life, current life. So very beautifully she has written, the relationships are mirrors of ourselves. So whatever we are inside, that is reflecting in our relationship. So it's a mirror of ourselves. What we attract always mirror either quality we have or belief we have about our relationship. So we are grown up now. So we are attracting a lot of people in our life, our spouse, our employees, our employer, our boss, our colleagues, our friends, our neighbors. So in a way, we are attracting those kind of people who in a way are kind of mirror ourselves that we can see in other people subconsciously. Some boss who is very tough on you, you might believe that, oh, I am not that tough. but still subconsciously something or the other, the pattern is inside you which is reflecting in the other relationship that you are attracting in your life. So this is what the author has to say, that your relationship are the mirror of yourself. Now, some the same she has written, if a boss is very critical and it is impossible for you to handle your boss, then you think that, oh, how come I have attracted that kind of person in my life? But yes, you have attracted that kind of person in your life because some hidden patterns, some hidden emotions are there, which you are not aware, because subconsciously it goes so much inside that you're not aware of, and you start attracting those kind of people in your life. Now, similarly, for parents also, she has stated that if your child irritates you and you think that your child is very irritating or he is very stubborn, then in a way you have to look inside rather than giving all the gyan to your child. You have to look inside, that what kind of behavior am I emitting that my child is catching, and so that he is doing that behavior. So everything starts from inside. So, and this book, full book, from chapter 1 till chapter last, everything is about self. So, Louis A has said in all the chapters that what we do as a mistake, every time there is a problem in our life, we start looking outside for the solution. But solution is not outside, the solution is inside us. Hamare andar, there is a lot of solutions. So if we start clearing the patterns and the beliefs from inside, a lot of things start changing at the outer level. So it is only way to change others. What is the way to change others? Not to change them, obviously, that is not in your control. What is there in your control is to change yourself first. Change your patterns, and you will find that they are different too. So you will start attracting different kind of people, the people whom you love, the people you can gel. So you have to change the patterns from inside. So love is never outside ourselves, love is inside us. So the more you start loving yourself, the more you start loving your existence, you will start seeing magic happening around you. So you will start seeing that, oh, people are loving me, people are respecting me, people are appreciating me. Why that suddenly starts happening? Because you started loving yourself first. And this is what I tell it to everybody, that the basic thing which we ignore from the very beginning as a childhood also, to love yourself first. And in our Indian family specifically, we are told not to put ourselves first, to put others first. When we put ourselves first, then we are called that we are selfish, or if we start loving ourselves, we start um, doing a lot of about ourselves, then we the people make us realize that you're doing wrong, and we start feeling guilty about that. For example, if you start loving yourself, you start doing a lot of things for yourself, then people make you realize that this is not right, and you need to be guilty of spending too much time for yourself. This is what is the pattern that we are grown up, not to put yourself first, to put yourself at the last maybe, and put others first. But until unless you put yourself first ahead of others, you will not love others. You will always have criticism towards other. You will have some kind of आप किसी ना किसी के बारे में कुछ ना कुछ जजमेंट लेते रहोगे, क्रिटिसाइज करते रहोगे, उनके बारे में बुरा भला बोलते रहोगे, पसंद नहीं करोगे उनको, बिकॉज the problem is not with others, the problem is yourself, because you don't love yourself. That's why you are not loving others. So start loving yourself. So beautifully she has written, I love myself, therefore I provide a comfortable home for myself. So my house is beautiful because I am beautiful. So I start loving my house. I love myself, that's why I take care of my body. So body wise also, we criticize so much our body, that, oh, I am fat, I am ugly looking, I have pimples, I have white hair, I have this and that. So, and we start going to gym, we start exercising ourselves, not because we love ourselves, because we hate ourselves. That's why we are doing all these things. So if you change a little bit of the tuning, of instead of something for yourself because you hate yourself rather than doing something for yourself because you love yourself. So that creates miracle, and you will start seeing results for yourself. How many of you agree with that? So if you start exercising with an intention that I am looking fat or I am looking ugly, that's why I have to go to gym and exercise, rather than feeling that, oh, I love myself, that's why I have to take care of myself, I have to take care of my body, I have to feed my body with the nutritious food because I love myself and I can't do anything wrong with my body and myself. That's a different direction towards your purpose of losing weight or looking good or whatever. So just try to fine tune the purpose for which you are doing. The use of love makes me feel good. It's an expression of my inner joy. I love myself, therefore I love taking care of my body. I lovingly feed it with nutritious food. I lovingly groom it and dress it, and my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. So many a times we dress not to impress ourselves but to impress other people, right? So what I am saying is you need to fine tune the purpose for which you are doing something for yourself, right? You are eating healthy food not because you have to lose weight, but because you respect your body. You're buying good clothes, you're buying good you're wearing good clothes, you are grooming yourself not because for others but for yourself. So just fine tune the purpose for which you are doing. Then she says that I love myself, therefore I work at a job I truly enjoy doing. So many a times we take a job which we keep criticizing, we don't like it, we hate it, and we crib day in and day out. So what will happen? It will reflect back to us. Obviously, circumstances and things will start happening which would stronger a belief that we don't like our work. So do your work with love, with joy, because you love yourself. And she has written one that uses my creative talents and abilities. My job uses my creative talents and abilities. Working with and for people I love and who love me and earning a good income. So all these affirmation kind of things she has listed, stating that the base of anything is loving yourself. And you also start um, feeling the difference when you actually start loving and respecting yourself. And this is the basic thing which we all miss. And I would say I have met so many people, I have talked to so many people about this, and when I hear them to understand what is going in their life, the basic is missing, that they don't love themselves, right? They hate themselves and they want to prove it to anybody. They want to prove it to world, they want to prove it to their parents, and they want to prove it to maybe their children, their spouse, and that's why they're doing stuff in masking it that I love myself, that's why I'm doing it. But that is missing. 99.9% of the people, they don't love themselves. So this brings me to the end of the chapter, relationship. Relationship is relationship with yourself. You need to have a loving relationship with yourself. That is the starting point of all the things. All the troubles will ease out and all the good things will start attracting to your life. Now that we move to the next chapter, as I said, the chapters are very small, very comfortably finish it at one go. The language is also very simple. So it's a beautiful book, easy to be finished in no amount of time. Now the next chapter is work. Work, as I say, we keep cribbing, we keep criticizing our work. The work which gives us income, where we are using our talents, our abilities, उससे हमें income आती है, हमारा घर चलता है, हम grow कर रहे हैं, हमारी talents, abilities are being used there. But still, the place where we should be worshipping that place, it's a kind of temple. We crib it. We crib it day in and day out. Oh, today is Friday. Oh, today is Monday. Oh, today is Tuesday. My boss is bad. My colleague is bad. Oh, I'm not being appreciated at my workplace. Blah blah blah. Like, right? So what she's saying that, and we spend hell amount of time there, right? Morning till evening, most of the day is spent at the place which we are not liking, which we are criticizing, and we ourselves are making a life as good as a hell, right? So she said that all these phrases she keeps listening. I can't stand this job. I hate my boss. I don't earn enough money. They don't appreciate me at work. I can't get along with the people at work. I don't know what I want to do. So all these criticizing things keep coming, and we keep repeating these patterns in our life. So instead of that, just change the thing that, as I said, first love yourself and start appreciating the things which is happening in your life. You are deserving enough, you are talented, you are creative. That's why this platform has been given to you. Instead of just looking at the negatives of anything, start looking at the positives of things. And I also take gratitude lessons for people where I ask them to list down, instead of looking the negative aspects, list down the positive things. And once they start listing down the positive things, they actually start feeling good about whatever things they are listing out, right? So as a human tendency, it's our human character to just look at the negative aspect, but for some time just keep it aside and look at the positive aspect of things. What is good? You're getting good income. Maybe your office is at a good location. Maybe your creativity and talent is being recognized. Maybe your colleague is helping you in whatever matter. Maybe your laptop is working good. Maybe you're getting good internet connectivity. So whatever it is, you just list down the good things that you can think about your workplace, or about your office, or about your employer, and see the emotion of you getting positive towards the work or your job. And that is very important, because you're spending, as I said, most of your part of your day at that. So no point in just criticizing. Start looking at the positive aspect. And as I said, there are a few affirmations also she has listed, that I always get good boss, my boss recognizes me, my talent and creativity is being recognized at my workplace. So these affirmations you need to keep repeating for the miracles to start happening. And miracles will take time to happen, but before that, you will start feeling good about your workplace. So here she has written, there are people out there who are always looking for my services. So instead of devaluing yourself, that I'm not worthful, I'm worthless, and blah blah, start thinking, oh, I have so much of creativity, so much of talent, that there are people out there in the universe, in this whole world, who are looking out for good people like me. And definitely I'm going to find those people, and these people are looking for me, and I'll get connected to them. I'm always in demand and can pick and choose what I want to do, right? I'm always in demand. It's up to me to choose my job, right? I earn good money doing what satisfies me. My work is a joy and pleasure. All is well in my world, right? So, see, this human life is given to us, and we are blessed to have got such a beautiful life. So if you think about your life, it's a miracle, it's magical. We are breathing, we are staying in secured place, we have a house, we have a parents, we have food to eat every day, we are eating food, we are traveling, we have money in a bank account. So all these things, if you think about, you will realize that how beautiful your life is. And with this, if you start appreciating small small things in your life which is happening on a day to day basis, you will find peace with your life and with yourself. And when peace comes in your life, automatically all the things will start falling in. This is a this is a piece of a puzzle, got which is called life, which is missing. You just have to put that piece inside the puzzle. The puzzle will be solved, and that is love yourself. So again, this brings us to the end of this chapter, which was a very small chapter, only one page, two-page chapter, that was work. And in continuation with this is the chapter called success. Now, success, what is success? Success has different perceptions for people. What we think, that we have certain parameters. If we are not able to meet those parameters, then we assume that we are a failure, or we have failed, or we have not, we don't consider ourselves success. But is it actually true? So she's saying no. What we do is we immediately, as per the parameters which is given maybe to us by society, because society has said that if you do these 5 points, then you are called successful person. If you don't do this, then you are a failure, right? So parameters given to us by society, by our parents, or by ourselves also. We think that if we are not able to do these things, then we are a failure, but this is not actually the truth. We all have different parameters, and these parameters are designed by whom? You don't know. Whether that is right or wrong, you don't know. It's just because people generation on generation have been following that. That's why you think that okay, this is what is required to be done. But success and failure is nothing but achievement of certain parameters. And if you are not able to achieve those parameters, if you fail, but that is not a failure, that is an experience that you got. So failure also is good because it gives you an opportunity to do that thing in a different manner. You learn from your failure, in the sense you learn from your experience, and then you put in different modes to it to achieve whatever you achieve desire for. Now, very important thing is from the beginning of our childhood, I mean, from the childhood and child today, are not taught, even in school, even as a kid, to fail. We are never taught to fail. What happens if we fail in school? We are scolded, right? We are scolded, or we are made fun of. Teacher scolds us, parents scolds us. The toppers look down upon the kid who has failed. So we are not never taught that failure also is a part of life. So, and we grow up with that particular pattern in our life. And when we become adult, and obviously this is life, this is not a perfect thing that whatever parameters has been set would be achieved by each and every person. We fail in something, we succeed in something. But when we fail, because we have never been taught the emotion to handle how the failure feels like, we feel depressed, we feel stressed, we start criticizing ourselves, we start hating ourselves and whatnot. We start calling out ourselves whatnot, a failure, worthless person, and all sort of stupid, donkey, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Isn't it? Does it happen? It happens. It happens to me as well, right? Because I am also not taught the how to handle the emotion of failure. So we don't want to fail. Obviously, nobody wants to fail. But what if we fail? Because it's a part of the journey. So in that case, we are not able to handle the emotion. So we need to understand success and failure is part of the journey. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we fail. And if we fail, we learn from our experiences so that next time we try to implement better things and not to repeat those things which make us fail, right? So instead of having that particular lesson that okay, failure is part of life and it gives us experience, we handle it with a very negative emotion. And to tell you what she has written at the later chapter, these failures uh, goes deep inside our subconscious mind, and we start devaluing ourselves, we start hating ourselves because we think that we are failure, and this is the root cause of most of the diseases in our life, right? When we devalue ourselves, right, we hate ourselves, so we attract lot of diseases, bimariyan in our life, which obviously should be avoided. And again, the crux is we need to love ourselves, right? And take failure as a part of our life. Even if you have kids at your home, so it's okay for them to fail. So allow them to fail also, because if they will succeed, they will never have that emotion of failure. So even if they're failing, that's okay. Let them fail, let them fall, they'll get up, they'll again stand on their feet. So make them independent, make them understand the emotion of failure. Okay, so this was about, she has written like 2 pages about success, that how we are taught about success and failure. And then she is talking about prosperity. Again, money. Prosperity is money. Money is the topic uh, which is very important to all of us, which we don't like talking about. And if you see, we all have some kind of resistance or hatred feeling towards money. We all want money. We love money, but the relationship with money is not good for most of us. You might be thinking what I'm talking about. I love money so much. How come the relationship of mine is not good with money? But subconsciously, some deep thoughts are going on, which plays in your life, which you don't even know how come this is possible or how come this comes to your life. For example, when we are growing up, might have seen your parents maybe fighting about money, talking something about money, oh, money is evil, or money, when it comes to us, it creates fights and tension in the house, or money is not grown on trees, or the people who are earning a lot of money, they might have done something wrong in their life. They are bad people. In movies also, if you see, there are movies how in the movies the hero is shown as a very bichara poor type of person, and how this villain is shown. Most of the movies, I'm not talking about all the movies, but most of the movies, the villain is very villainous. He's like a very rich, flamboyant kind of person, traveling in big cars and all that, big business person, and then he's doing bad things to this hero who is a very poor bichara guy, right? So all these things the society has also installed in us from the very beginning, and believe it or not, we believe that money creates all this tension in our life, which you would not agree to it, but if you sit and understand, this is there. So if for example you have a friend in your house who comes to your house and you say a lot of bad things to your friend on a regular basis, oh, you are evil, oh, you're not good, or you come to my house and all this fight starts happening in your house, what do you think will happen to your friend? Will he come to your house? No, he would not like to come to your house. And that is what is happening with money. You have been subconsciously saying a lot of things to money. So that's why maybe money is not coming to you, because our relationship with money has not been created in a very friendly manner. There's a lot of hatred towards money subconsciously. So what we need to do is we need to start having a good relation with money. So how many of you have actually felt money? Money these days we are doing a lot of like online transactions, UPI transaction, credit cards. But even with the money, the paper money that we have, we hardly look at money. We don't feel the money. Have you smelled money? Have you noticed money carefully? What is all written? Apart from Gandhiji, there are other things also in the paper note. So today, when you go home, just take any denomination note, 10, 20, 100, 500, doesn't matter. Just feel the money, right? So money is waiting for you to feel it, which we don't do it, because what we do, money comes, we keep it in our purse, and then we open our purse, take out the money, give it back. We just, it's a transaction happening. You're not feeling money. Just try feel the paper note. Try to feel the money and see how it might not feel good at the first time. It might feel awkward to you, but keep doing it for you to have that kind of relationship with money. This is what she's saying, that we don't have a very cordial relation with money because of various things that we have been told to. And as child, when we are growing up, a lot of things goes to our subconscious mind and we start believing those things, and we start attracting those kinds of circumstances and things and events in our life which make that pattern and that belief stronger day by day. So when something is happening to you, just stop by and analyze, why is this happening to me? Is something subconsciously playing around in my life? Because there is a scientific research also, 95% of our life is governed by the subconscious pattern which is there inside us, and only 5% is the logical conscious mind, which we think is very important. So we give a lot of focus to this 5%, and we don't even know what is going on for the other. Somebody raised hand. Other 95%. Okay. All right. So now she has also said that many a times we give money. When we are giving money, we don't have that good feeling when we are giving money. We are paying bills, electricity bills or phone bills or maybe rents we are paying, or we are giving money for purchase of anything. How is the feeling? How do you feel? That's not a very good feeling, to be very frank. We don't feel good when the money is going out of our life, right? But we need to understand that if we are paying, for example, electricity bill, why are we paying electricity bill? Whenever the electricity, I remember whenever the electricity bill comes, used to come to my house when I was a kid, my mom never had a very good feeling. She had a very bad face when the electricity bill used to come, right? So the same I used to inherit. I have inherited, which I, because of all these things, I'm trying to recovering myself. Um, Whenever I used to see the electricity bill, I used to make very bad face, as if I don't know what has come to me, and I don't want to see it. I want to throw it away in front of my eyes as soon as possible. Who all would agree to me? I think most of the people feel the same. But we need to understand that electricity bill has come to us. We need to give gratitude to it. Why? Because we have utilized the service, right? We need to say thank you to the electricity bill because we are able to use these electricity. How would you feel if you don't have an electricity at your house? It doesn't feel good, right? You just pray that the light comes back as soon as possible. When you come back home in the evening at night, you can immediately switch on the button and the lights open up, right? You feel good. Oh, light is there, fan is there, refrigerator is working, AC cooler is working, or your washing machine is working. So it has made your life so easy and comfortable. So if for using those services benefits you are paying the electricity bill, you have to pay with a lot of gratitude, that thank you that you have made my life so comfortable, and keep doing it month on month, and I'm happily paying my electricity bill. Just imagine if you are paying those bills. I'm just taking an example of electricity bill. We have to do it with all the things. Just imagine that if we are doing for all the bills with this kind of feeling, you think money will have a problem coming to you, because you would think that I'm capable enough to own these things. I'm rich enough to own this thing. I'm rich enough that I come to my house and my lights are on. I'm rich enough that I can afford a petrol. I'm rich enough to pay the rent, right? So if you feel rich enough, if you feel abundant, money would be happy to come to you. Okay, so don't have that kind of negative feeling when you are paying something because you're using those services. Similarly, obviously, the money is coming to you through your salary or somebody is giving to you again. If money is coming to you, just put it in your wallet. Just bless that money also. Money coming in, say thank you. Money going out, say thank you. Have that cordial relation with money, and this is very essential. Now, here also in this chapter only, the chapter of prosperity has covered make room for the new. So this is apart from money, make room for the new in the sense that we keep our house or our space cluttered with a lot of things. We keep buying new things and we keep cluttering our wardrobe, our house, our everything is cluttered. And that is a reflection of our mind. If you want to see what is happening in your mind, just see around and see the clutter, your space. Either it's a workstation or your place where you are living or your wardrobe, right? So make room for the new. So bless those things which are not needed anymore. Just remove that from your house. Let the air of your house, let the air of your workstation be breathable. And once you remove those things, you are opening the door for new, better things to come in your life. So don't be clingy on those things you are not using. If you have not used it for 6 months, the chances are you're not going to use it for the rest of your life. It's just that mentally we think that maybe sometimes we might use it, and we keep holding those things. The more we hold to it, the more we are attaching ourselves to the past, right? So let it go. Bless it that this till this time you have been in my life. Thank you for that. Now your purpose is solved for being in my life. I'm happily letting you go. Whatever, your clothes, your old furniture, or something or the other, just give gratitude and let it go and make space for the new things to come in your life. All right, so this is what is about in this chapter, that you have to accept things. You have to accept abundance with an open arms, right? Don't be very closed enough, right? So the abundance will not come to your life. Enjoy it with open heart. Money coming in your life, be grateful. Money going from your life, also be grateful that you are deserving enough that money has come to your life and you have enjoyed all this benefits and services in exchange of money. All right. In this also, one more thing which I would like to bring it to your attention is accepting compliments. Now, many of us, when somebody gives us compliment, don't feel good. Feel good, but don't know how to react. How many of you have faced this? If somebody says that, oh, you're looking beautiful, or you're looking good, oh, you have this nice way of writing this. So we don't accept compliments very gracefully. What we do is we try to give justification for this thing, right? We have worn a good clothes. Oh, I bought it sometimes back. Now it was lying in my cupboard. That's why I wore it today. I thought of wearing it because it was just lying there. So we try to give justification for the compliments, and we try to close the good vibes coming in, because again we have not been taught how to handle the compliments. But what we need to do, we have to accept those compliments gracefully with open arms. And what a simple line just you have to say, you don't have to give justification, is thank you very much for appreciating. So the more open you are of being these compliments, the more compliments will start coming to your life. And who doesn't love compliments, right? Who doesn't love good words for self, right? So, but you need to be open. If you are so closed enough, you start giving justification, then things will not work out. So, whatever you appreciate grows, right? So, you also need to start appreciating others. If you like something, just immediately go and say. If you appreciate others, you will also get the appreciation, right? So, many a times we like something, even small things, but we don't upfrontly go and appreciate the person or appreciate the good deed of the other person. But immediately go and appreciate. Nothing to hide upon. That person will also feel good that you have appreciated, and whatever you appreciate grows and comes back to you 10 times. All right, so start appreciating, start loving yourself, start loving money and abundance in your life, appreciate your bills, and say thank you, being grateful that all this life has been given to you, and you will be living this life with lot of blessings and appreciative value. Now I just check the time. Okay. So one more chapter that I would like to cover, and this is the most important chapter of this whole book. Now, I myself am a nutritionist, and I am expert in exercise science. I have guided a lot of people into this nutrition and how to lose weight. But when I read this book, this chapter specifically, a lot of things changed perspectively for me as a nutritionist and guiding people into this weight loss journey, that your body is a reflection of your thought pattern, right? So whatever you are seeing in your body is the outer effect of what is going on inside you. Now, what we do as a nutritionist or as a person who is trying to lose weight or is having a disease, we just look at the outer effect, that is the body, and don't consider the inner effect, that is the mental pattern, the belief system, the mind which is playing around and which is creating these results on our body. And this is where the disbalance happens, because we are working on the body and we are not working on our mind or internal self. So whatever you do, how much hard work will you put on your body, until and unless you work towards your mind and your pattern, things will not work out for you. And here in this chapter, the body, she has mentioned that your body is just the outer reflection. There are a lot of diseases which happens to you is a result of your mental pattern which is going on. So if you correct that, most of the diseases can be resolved. Now she has given a full list of diseases that happens to a person and how it is connected to the mental pattern that is happening in your life. For example, uh, starting from the head. Starting from the head, what she is saying, that uh, head is the thing that we show it to the world. So this is the first thing that we show it to the world, right? And there is some problem here in your head, in your face, right? So there is something which you don't want to the world to see about you, right? Some acne or something. There's a lot of anger going on inside you, which comes out. So you don't want those things to be shown beautifully to the world, right? So your head has a problem, then she has related to some mental patterns which is going in your life. Then eyes. With eyes we see the world, right? So if there is some problem with the eyes, as in you are not able to see clearly, you have specs, so there's something in your life that you don't want to see, you try avoid see. That's why your eyes start that blurriness or whatever problem is arising in the eyes. Then ears is something that we hear. So if there is some problem with the ears, something that you don't want to hear, right? So generally you might have seen some, many old people have problem with the ears. They have to go to the operation. So during the life they have listened so much that now it's like the ears are completely shut down. They don't want to listen. And many kids also have this ear infection. A lot of ear infection the kids uh, have. So is that something that they don't want to hear? The parents scolding all the time, the parents saying, don't do this, don't do that, the teacher scolding, something like that. So you need to analyze that if something is happening in your body, what is behind effect of it. Now neck is basically the problem with the neck. Neck is like flexibility. We can turn our necks, right, in the direction. So if the problem is with the neck, is there something in your life where you are very rigid, you're not flexible, right? So if you read the book, you'll understand how beautifully and simplistically she has related the problem in a body with the mental pattern, and this look very logical. For example, with the legs, specifically arthritis, the knee problem. So knee is flexible and the legs help us to move forward, right? So if there is a problem with leg, arthritis, knee, so are you not able to move forward in your life? Are you holding yourself back? You're scared of moving forward in your life, and that is where this problem is being created. Not only in the body, outer body, inside also, your stomach, your teeth, your intestine, your gut. So all these are related to some mental pattern or the other. For example, constipation. Constipation is a general problem. Constipation Constipation, why it happens, what is the basic purpose of constipation is it doesn't let the body flush out the material which is not in use, right? So it's still holding it back. That's why there is a constipation in the body, right? The body has a system, we eat and then we flush it out. But when constipation happens, we are not flushing it out easily and smoothly. Now, if you look at the mental pattern, are we holding something in our life? We are not easy enough or smooth enough to let the old patterns go and move to the new patterns, right? So what I am trying to explain here is whenever you are having some problem, disease or problem or kind of pain in your body, just see where it is and how is it related to the mental pattern. And for each, he has given this full list of diseases, general diseases, starting from acne to cancer. So, and the mental pattern related to it, so why is it happening in your life, and the affirmation how you can change those patterns and disease. So this is about this in this chapter, and the next chapter, the last chapter is about which I already covered in my first session. She was author. She herself has gone through a lot of challenges in her life. Um, her childhood was not very good, and when she adult stage, she developed a cancer, and then she started reading a lot about these mental patterns and body effects and everything. And from there, she healed herself, and she became basically advocator of telling it to the world that with the mental pattern you can heal your life. That's what the name of the book is. You can heal your life. So, and yes, you can heal your life, but the crux of it is basic starts from loving yourself. If you see, most of the problem is because we don't love ourselves. For example, headache. Headache is kind of mental confusion. You're confused. That's why you're getting headache. You're getting stress. That's why you're getting headache. Why are you getting stressed? Because you think that you will not be able to complete that task, or you are not valuable enough, or uh, able enough to complete that task on time, or you have not completed that task on time because you value value. That's why the stress, right? What will people say? What will boss say? My friends, society? So much we are keeping it in our head inside us that it is giving us headaches, it is giving us stress. But the base is why we are feeling this, why we are devaluing ourselves, why we are so much worried about outer friends, family, or the society, because we don't value ourselves, because we don't love ourselves. So the crux is the moment we start loving ourselves, we start respecting ourselves. That I am not going to give my mental space to anybody who is negative, who is not valuable enough to share my mental space. I will not will be with that person. Start respecting yourself. A lot of troubles and problems in your life will ease up. This is what the crux of this book, Louis. Now, this brings us to the end of this book. I would request you to read this book again. Buy this book if you still not have bought this. And yes, it's a beautiful book. A lot of things to learn. Any questions? Then we'll take question and answer, and then we can do this. Any question? No question? Yeah, I have not read the chat. Okay. All right. Wonderful then. Next book, what we are going to cover is I'll drop it in the chat, the group. It will be our next book. It would again be an interesting book where we again, so that we can learn from each other. And book obviously has a lot of wisdom and insight. Every time it gives us new insight. The more I read, the many times I read the book, a lot of insights and wisdom comes to me. Thank you to you all for sharing this platform with me and listening to me. And yes, Meenakshi.
Yeah, thank you, Monica, for taking us in a very good, insightful way. Though we read self-read and we understand in one way, and when somebody explains in, we will get a one more meaning for each and every sentence. So that way, we are thankful to you. And this healing body, I have this book. So even in the some of the mirror work sessions, they have introduced me to this book. And it is very helpful, and I'm very happy to say that for last 1.5 years, without any medicines or pills, I'm able to overcome and handle so many things very easily and effortlessly. That's a great. It is a real medicine only. Louis is medicine only. This is actually.
Thank you so
I
much.
literally, yeah.
God
Thank you.
bless
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, good evening, Manika.
Yeah, hi.
How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm also good, thanks. Today is my first day, so I really enjoy this, and you explain it very nicely, so that I mean we can link the things with our day-to-day life. Many things. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Just a question. I mean, these books are available. Do you have a soft copy with you, or how it is, or PDF, something like that?
No, soft copy, I can share it in the group, but I would request you to buy this book. It would be more fun
Okay, so
reading that book in hand, physical book. Soft copy, I can share it. So
yeah.
that
So
I'll do it.
could you please share the name?
Yes,
Because in between network issues, no, so I missed those.
I'll share it in the group. You are
Yeah,
part of
please.
the group, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. I'll
Thanks.
share it in the group. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right. Thank you then. Have a great week. And with Louis say, as she says, love yourself, respect yourself, and miracles will start happening in your life. So make it a mission of loving yourself. And your life is obviously beautiful and miraculous. Everything is being given to you. It's just that we have to see those miracles happening to us in our day-to-day life. Thank you so much for joining today's session, and see you next week with another book. I will share the book which we would be covering in our next session. Bye bye. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.